Welcome everyone, my name is Echo, and 3 months ago, we checked out the free Inventory Manager add-on on the Minecraft Marketplace. The creators are back now with a paid version. The free version is still staying free. If you would like to download it whenever you want, that is still going to be possible. But they have brought us an upgraded version. It's literally called Inventory Manager Upgraded. I've done a little bit of testing with this because I did get early access, and I can tell you, it is so much better. You don't have to purchase it, but if you would like to, it was created by Mythicus Studios. It is priced at 990 minecoins, which is £4.99. The paid version is $6. The description says, the best simple inventory manager add-on. Sorts inventory, alphabetical order, color, or generic. Hot deposit to nearby chests, advanced auto crafting storage drawers with remote access, auto search items in chests, name tag chests, multiple inventories which can be toggled, quick smelting, trash can, key binding, perfect for farms, realms friendly. These images really don't do this add-on justice. It is incredibly polished. I know we have a bunch of inventory styled add-ons out there, including the free version of this, but trust me, if you have a problem with inventory or chests and sorting, this is certainly going to help you out. So as I mentioned, I did get early access, but this is not a paid promotion. Now, once you do have this installed in a new or pre-existing world, you are going to be given 4 items. 4 items right at the start. And I think you're actually given 3 of these to start off with. So you are going to be given the Inventory Manager Guidebook. And this one works incredibly well. Go ahead and place it down on the ground. If you punch, it goes to the next page. And if you right tap, it goes to the previous ones. And this, again, is really, really simple and easy to use. And if you want to break it, crouch and punch, and you can pick it up. This right here is your sorter. If you go ahead and crouch and tap, you can change this to alphabetical order. If you do it again, you can change this to color. And if you do it again, this is just going to be the generic one. The hot deposit block was also available inside of the free version, and this just means that you can access your chests without actually having to open them. And then we also have the inventory manager settings. As the creators did say, this is realms and multiplayer friendly. This add-on is by Mythicus Studios. For support inquiries, visit their website for our contact information. They do have a Discord. They need to put this inside of there, and that goes for any Minecraft Marketplace partner. It just means that people can contact them a lot easier. We do have the advanced guidebook. Now, I'm not gonna read a giant wall of text to you because I would rather show you in video form. But if you do have any issues after watching today's video, this is going to be the next best place. There is a lot of information inside of here regarding each and every single feature. At the bottom, we do have the settings. Now, at the top, we have inventories, host only, allow inventory selected to be used in survival mode, which is going to be 2 max. Now, this is off by default, and I'll show you towards the end of the video what this feature actually entails. We do have general, send in-game tips when encountering new blocks. General, show advanced description of items. Again, feel free to tweak these. This one right here is send a chat log when depositing items. I have this off, but if you're a realm owner or a multiplayer owner and want to keep an eye on players, you could obviously keep an eye on this. If somebody's depositing 500 diamond blocks, well, there's the likely chance they're cheating. Inventories adds hotkeys for switches. Again, we'll go through them a little bit later on. Now it says here, crafter, adjust how accurate searching in crafter must be. Higher numbers means stricter searches. I'm leaving this on default. Includes a text field to enter exact amount of items. I'm going to also leave that off. That means if you want to, I think, deposit a certain amount, you could type in a number. You want to deposit 31 cobblestone, you'd have to type it out, etc. And then there's a couple more settings down here, but for the sake of today's video, we are going to leave them off. So let's start with the sorter. I'm going to place down the guidebook and go to the next page. If you would like to make one of these, it's made with a stick and a chest. And it simply says, punch or interact with a chest to sort it. It says interact twice to sort your inventory, crouch plus interact to change sorting style. So I have an incredibly messy chest over here. I hate it. It's messy. I've played with players that do this. It really winds me up. So what I'm going to do is simply tap on this. And as you can see, this has now been sorted. Diamonds, nether, again, this is what they consider the right order. But let's say you wanted this to be alphabetically. Go ahead and hit it. And you can see here, it's now gone in alphabetical order. Arrows, bows, diamonds. You can see the order it's actually going in. And if you don't like that one, do it one more time and change it via color. Now, I think this is much better with something like this, right? And if you check out the image that they have provided, you can see how much cleaner this actually is. So we'll go ahead and punch this. You can see it has like an outline to say that it's actually been happened. And there's also a slight noise as well. If we open this up, it looks so much better. Like if you're working with a lot of concretes or you're working with terracottas, this is a great way to use it. But again, you can change this multiple times. So on this occasion, it's just done it generic. Punch. Okay, that's just the same information that's on the side of here. We'll do it one more time. We'll change to alphabetically. I think for me personally, I prefer the color one, but it's all down to preference. And that's practically what this thing does. Let's go through the hot deposit block one more time. Let's start by placing down my guidebook and let's go to the next page. I haven't placed this on item frames. I think the guidebook has done a very good job in explaining how this works. It says quickly deposit your items into nearby chests. The chests must already contain at least one of the same item in order for this to work. Now, how this works is, first off, let's go ahead and place this down. You are going to have to, there's the recipe right there. You are going to have to make sure cobblestone is in a chest already. Because if you were to try and put this inside of there via this way, it's not going to work. So if we put them in there, I'm then going to go ahead and break this whole entire chest, which will give me a ton of cobblestone here. If I go ahead and tap this, everything's now been transferred to here. This is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I know you guys are going to ask the question of, does this work with barrels? Honestly, I don't know. But let's test it. I also would like to make this a double one. And I'm going to go and place this right here. We need to make sure we have an item inside of there. I've given myself 500 dirt. This needs to be inside of there. If we punch this... Okay, so the cobble went back in there, and the dirt went in there. So it does work with double chests, does work with barrels. Again, I believe these were in the free version, and it's one of my favorite features, but it does get better. Forgot to mention, if you crouch while you're on top of this, it's going to show you guys the outline. As you can see, this is the radius. Now, I don't know if this can be increased, and I don't know if this is actually related to it. I don't think it is. It'd be pretty cool, though, if you had, like, a small, medium, and large ranged area. Because I work usually on a bigger scale than this. But, again, this is a pretty standard size. You might be able to change it, but I apologize. I have no idea how. But if you want to get rid of it, go ahead and crouch, and it gets rid of it. Really that simple. Next on our list is going to be the crafter. Now, the crafter basically acts like a universal crafting table. As you know, in Minecraft, in order to craft something, you need to have items in your inventory. Then you need to go to a crafting table and make it. Well, how this works is, it says here, craft any item with the materials found in nearby chests. It's really smart. There's a little bit more information about this as well, though. It says interact to open the crafter. Crouch plus interact to quickly craft one of the items you hold. It then says crouch plus punch to quickly craft a stack of the item you hold. And you can also stand on top of this to find out the radius of where this is going to pull blocks from. So this is made with polished andesite, gold, and a crafting table. If you don't see it in here, just tap on craftable. And this is what it looks like. Again, nothing in my inventory. But if we open this up, we have found torches, iron. We can make diamond-related things, wooden-related things. And to check the actual radius, we just go ahead and crouch on this, and you can see where it's pulling them from. It's actually pulling them from the next crafting table, which we'll get into in a second. So inside of here, we have iron. I'm going to grab one of these. If I go ahead and crouch and right click, it's pulling them out slowly. And you can actually see the animation there. If I was to go ahead and put these in here, and then go ahead and crouch and punch, it's going to pull them out as a stack. As you can see there. I think this is brilliant. It actually converted these as well. I also noticed what we do have inside of here is going to be oak. So if I wanted to grab these, it should convert them into this. And it does. I could then go ahead and open this up and search for, let's search for iron to be specific. You can see here, I would be able to quickly make myself a sword. And with the items, it's instantly done that. So if you needed like an emergency torch, I'm not going to do torches because we're going to check that out in a second. But if you needed an emergency chest plate, boom, done. Back on my merry way, back to fighting my friends. So that is definitely one of my favorite things in this add-on. The next one is somewhat similar. This is the searcher. Again, relatively same combination, such as interact to open, crouch plus interact to quickly search and receive one of the items you hold, crouch plus punch to quickly receive a stack of the item you hold, and standing on top of it is once again going to show you the radius. This one is made with redstone, gold. Still need a crafting table, and you need a glass pane. I think there's a slight recipe change here. They've shown a glass block. It is actually a glass pane. I told the creators they will actually fix this. And this just means that you can search for anything you wanted. So the other one is for crafting. This one is for searching. And this is going to pull all of your items. Everything within this radius. If you needed to grab yourself some emergency diamonds, as you can see there, that is possible. So I will go ahead and grab a whole bunch of these. And then I think in order to deposit, we go ahead. Am I pulling these out or are they being deposited? Can't remember with this one. Hold on. Maybe we'd have to use this. But then I don't think that's going to be in the radius there, is it? I'm still learning a lot of these, but I really enjoy this one. I really enjoy the upgraded version. I don't think I've done a good job of explaining this, but the best way to explain it is, as you know, as Minecraft players, you ever lost some of your things and you're constantly searching for it? It's like, where on earth did I put it? Well, with this, it just universally grabs it for you. I've opened the same chest so many times in the past. It's a pain to deal with. No more is that an issue. Now we move on to the more personal side of things, because there's personal storage systems. These are going to be your drawers. I'm not going to read it to you. I'm simply going to show you. It is made using a chest and 8 planks. Open up a crafting table. If you don't see it, just search for it. But as you can see here, it's your personal storage drawer. Place this down. Now, what you need to do here is go ahead and grab an item. You need to put an item inside of this first. It shows you how many. If I was to go ahead and grab these, as you can see, it's doing it one by one. If I crouch and do it, it does the whole stack. If I crouch and punch, it gives you the whole stack back. If I put these all back inside of here and punch it, it's going to do it one at a time. If you want to get rid of these, go ahead and just punch it one more time. And you could then go ahead and change the item. So maybe on this occasion, you wanted it to actually be diamonds instead. Not a problem. Go ahead and grab it, place the diamonds in there. If you crouch and punch, I think there might be a way to do all of these. Let's just double check, actually. Crouch and punch to receive a stack. Crouch plus interact to deposit a stack of items. Okay, so I don't think you can actually do all at once. Oh, yeah, you can. There you go. There you can. You can. There you can. Yes, you can. And this holds tons. So it's crouch, and I'm trying to do this. I just did it. There we go. I think it's crouch and right click, and it will get rid of everything that you wanted to. And let's actually see how much this can hold. Go ahead and put all of these inside of here. I think it can hold up to 2,000 items. I think. Hold on. There we go. 1,140. They can hold a lot of items. And this is where things become really cool. So, obviously, you could go ahead and separate these. This is kind of how I would use it. And then I'd go like bam, and bam, and bam. And yeah, it's just really clean. Really easy, really clean to use. These are brilliant. And I think you can link them up with those items as well. So we'll do a little bit of testing there. 64, 64, 64. And then obviously have these. And we need to make sure these are in the radius. So we'll go ahead and grab all of them. I want to make sure we grab all of the tables. And I think this will be the same as well. Yeah, so they can all be broken by player hand. So I'm going to put them all within the radius of this. We'll go 1, 2, and 3. I would then like to break all of these, because I want this to basically all go inside of those designated chests. Hot deposit. Boom. Is it not doing it? Is that not in the radius of it? Hold on, let's check. Oh, it's slightly out. Really? It looks like we have to move this slightly over. A little bit closer to it. We'll put that there. That's done. They're all done. It did literally all of them, as you can see there. Brilliant. And if you wanted to pull them out, go inside of here, and you could search for a specific one. Let's say we wanted to find... I don't think we're in the radius of this one on this occasion. So again, we'd also have to move this a little bit closer. So I would say this one's for searching for specific items. This one, obviously, for the crafting. Can't be placed on top of there. It can search. Andesite is perfectly fine. I wanted to make the polished versions diorite. That's now been done. Alongside a personal one, there's also going to be shared. And this is obviously multiplayer related. And you're going to need one of the regular ones that you've just made, but also a pearl. And this is just going to make a shared one and works the exact same. It just means all of your friends can access this as well. So you could go ahead and put them inside of there. Then your friends could come along and put them inside of there. You could then go ahead and take a couple of these out. Maybe he's got to go make a pick because it's a brand new world, etc. You get the point behind this. So, yeah, multiplayer friendly, but also solo players. Now, the next thing on this is going to be the remote. This is slightly bugged. This recipe does not exist. So right now, not craftable in survival. I told the creators they are going to slightly tweak the recipe because the dragon head doesn't make sense. But obviously, this just gives you remote access. So again, only accessible in creative right now. But this just means that you are able to access everything within a vicinity. I find this so much better than having to worry about the hot deposit and stuff like that. But this just means that you could search for a specific item. Let's type in diamond, for example. I could grab a couple of diamonds from this. There we go. And obviously, you could grab anything else. With this one, you can change it. Again, this is going to be remote access. It just means that more than one person could access this. But you'll notice here, if we have this in this mode, you can only access things that are related to chests and these. If you have it as the multiplayer aspect, you're only going to have access to, I believe, these and chests. So we have access to gold, ingots, and this, but we don't have access to that because they're the personal ones. Aha, okay. But it's still going to access the chest. It's also accessing the cobblestone because that is there as well. So, yeah, I would say this one's personal. And obviously, this one is going to be a shared remote. So you can all share these. But again, right now, this doesn't matter because it's not craftable in survival. The add-on now comes with a super smelter. It's just called the smelter. Now, the recipe is all furnaces. Not sure why this is slightly different from those. And an iron block. I think it should be a little bit more expensive. I think this is quite a cheap recipe and it should be blast furnaces because it literally insta-smelts everything for you. So, like, if you're in a tough situation, providing you've got coal, I don't know how much coal you can put in this. Okay, 4,000 is the highest. You can instantly smelt things. I don't know what can be smelted. I know you can use ores instantly. What about... Okay, that works as well. Wow. Incredibly overpowered. I think this is really cool, though. But it kind of does bypass the furnace and the blast furnace. So I think this recipe should slightly change and they should be blast furnaces. The next one is going to be a trash can. If you wanted to get rid of your unwanted garbage, you can do this. Again, most of us throw them at cactuses. No longer do you need to do that. Let's say you've got a farm and you don't need all of this stuff, right? It's clogging up your inventory. Open up this. Go ahead and drop a whole bunch. And it's just going to get rid of them. It's just going to get rid of your items after like a second or two. If we open that and then open it back. Okay. There's no way of us... Oh, you can somewhat catch it if you're quick. If you put something in by mistake. 9 times out of 10, though, that's not going to happen. And then the last one is going to be the inventory selector. And that's what we were talking about when it came to this. So if you wanted more people to have access to this, you can change that setting. But basically, it just says switch between 2 inventories. Now, this is good for builders. this is how you make it. You need a chest, diamonds, and string. I think the item is like, it doesn't feel very Minecrafty, is what I will say about this. But you can switch this, right? So I need to kind of get myself a ton of items here. Let's go ahead and like grab a whole bunch of these, and we'll class this as like my building inventory, because we're holding a bunch of building stuff. If we switch this, hold on. As you can see, they disappear. It doesn't change your hotbar. If we switch it, you can see here, look at it. It's basically like a backpack. That's the best way to explain it. Okay, my inventory is full. Go back to my main one again. So if we were to switch it one more time, you'll see everything's gone. Maybe we had... I'm trying to find all my blocks here and where I moved them to. Maybe we had these in this one. So we'll put these here. I'll then go ahead and use it. We're back to building mode. Do it again. We're back to survival mode. It's not too overpowered. It's literally just double your inventory. And honestly, it's a great way to combat Minecraft's terrible inventory problem we have in this game. And that would be everything in today's video. I hope this video has helped you decide if you want to get the paid version or not. I still think the free version is brilliant, but the paid version does come with a lot more. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Leave a like if you did. Have a wonderful day.